Recorded live right here in Little Rock, Arkansas. It's time again for Larry's Rants, Raves, and Reviews. And now here's Larry.
Well, Randy, Capitol cleanup.
I love it. I love it.
You keep sending me all kinds of TikToks and videos and stuff about this.
I know.
Unbelievable.
It's amazing what they're doing there. I mean, it's like night and day. And that, of course, the media won't show it to you. But before you see all the tents and homeless and all this stuff out there with the Capitol behind it, and the Washington Monument. And now you see it's like it was when I went there years ago, a park, and you could get around and walk and have a picnic out there and not be bothered. And now they're trying to get it back like that.
A week ago or 10 days ago, would you have known that our Capitol looked like that?
No, it looked like a pig pen, what I saw.
The liberal commie newscasters.
Yeah, they won't show that.
The media would not show us that. We didn't know that I didn't know it until you sent me some TikTok with the bulldozer wiping all this crap out.
That's it. And the video was anyways, the video was showing the interviews with the people that live around there.
Oh,
they said they're so glad that they're doing. All the National Guard people are doing is clean up.
Yeah.
They're cleaning up is what they're doing. They're not going out there and arresting people and all that.
No.
They're doing what should be done and clean the mess up.
Well, they are. They're cleaning all of this up. In fact, ABC did a big special on it, and I read this article to where it said the ABC News anchor blows up the corporate media's outrageous narrative because of course, all of the liberals, all the commies, they're talking about, crime rate is down to a 30-year low in D.C., everything is fine. Everything is great. And so they're doing all of this. And this reporter is on here, this news anchor, and they're all talking about all of this. And she says, well, I'm kind of happy they're bringing in the news or the military, if you will, because, the fact is they've been cooking the books on this, on the garbage and the violent crime for years, and it just keeps getting worse. Mm-hmm. Now, this Kyra Phillips, she went off script, and she dropped a couple of truth bombs on ABC News during this press conference. And she said first she played down the so-called crime statistics by noting what has been happening outside of her workplace. Okay? Now, it says, we've been talking about the numbers. Well, the stats say crime is down, and then Phillips began. She said, however, I can tell you firsthand in downtown D.C., where we work, right here around our bureau, just in the past 6 months, there's been 2 people shot, and 1 person died literally 2 blocks away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, who wants to work around that?
I don't. Now, then she goes on to say, it was within the last 2 months that I actually was jumped while walking just 2 blocks down here. She herself was jumped.
Good grief.
Yeah, she was attacked. And then she goes on to blow up the narrative even more, revealing that one of her co-workers was a victim just that morning. Just that morning. She said, one of my co-workers said her car was stolen just a block away from the bureau. And she said, so you can go on about the numbers being down, but every single day, because we're experiencing this firsthand, we're living here, folks, this is horrible.
Yeah.
So then, of course, Nancy Pelosi, Satan's sister, she is, I can tell you that. She's so brazen in her hypocrisy.
Think you should be a guest on the show?
I would bring her on here. I'd love to debate the old heifer. I'd love to. She's having a meltdown because she's saying that, Trump is pulling out, he's the Gestapo, he's bringing in all of this. There's no problem with public safety. And yet the head of the D.C. police talked about that during the January 6th thing, which we all know was a hoax.
Yeah.
It was all led by Nancy herself. They wanted to deploy the FBI, the DIA, the federal agents. They wanted to bring in 800 National Guard to come in there and take care of everything. But he said, I couldn't do it because Nancy Pelosi wouldn't allow me to.
That's right. She was the one that said no.
Yeah. And says that she rushed to social media to attack Trump's decisive action against this. But former U.S. Capitol Police Chief Stephen Son was not able to let Pelosi rewrite history. That's what she's wanted to do. He torched Pelosi's narrative in a blistering statement. Let me give you parts of this. He said, ma'am, it is long past due to be honest with the American people. On January 3rd, I requested National Guard assistance, but your sergeant of arms denied it. Mm-hmm. I was prohibited from calling them in without specific approval. That same day, the Pentagon offered National Guard support, but I was forced to decline because I lacked the legal authority. On January 6th, while the Capitol was under attack, and despite my repeated calls, your sergeant of arms again denied my urgent request for over 70 agonizing minutes, running it up the chain for your approval. I needed assistance, and I was denied. I mean, here he is on record. When I say that she is Satan's sister, I mean that, folks. She's like
she's pretty bad.
She's like Hussein. I wouldn't pee on them if they're on fire. So she did all of that on January 6th, and this is what happened. He turned her down. So the January 6th riot was all done by Pelosi. And get this, she and the other Democratic Party used Son to report and used him as a scapegoat that forced him to step down from his job as police chief. Mm-hmm. She threw him under the bus. Folks, this is the Democratic Party leadership that did all that mess. Everybody said, oh, Larry, you're just crazy. Another conspiracy theory that you're buying into, that was real, man. That is real.
Sure it was.
Yeah, it was real staged. Sure was. Here's a conservative pundit over here that says, and I liked this, Randy. He said the reason that the Democrats are panicked about what Trump is doing with crime in D.C., here's the bottom line to him. He said if Trump succeeds in making D.C. safer, the people who live there and in other blue cities are going to realize that living under such conditions is a choice that is being made by their leaders. Think of that.
Yeah.
In other words, it's going to make Democratic leaders look bad. He said other Democratic cities such as Philadelphia, L.A., Chicago, crime-ridden hellscapes is what he calls them. It shows that it's going to be deliberately done by Democrats. You see, if you can get people to live in this kind of swaller,
right?
The fact is that they're going to be dependent on you.
Well, I just can't wait till they send the National Guard into San Francisco and clean that mess up. We were there 10 years ago, and it was a mess. And now it's just terrible. It's
down by the Golden Gate, you were telling me?
Yeah. You go behind they have restrooms down there, but nobody can use them. They're just overflowing, and there's so many homeless down there. And then you do not go behind the restrooms because that's where everybody goes.
Really?
Oh, it's a mess. It's a pig's pen down there.
Wow.
So, I mean, that's our Golden Gate Bridge there.
Yeah. That we can't even, we the people can't even go and enjoy.
Right there at the park. You can't go down there and enjoy that.
No.
No way. They need to get the National Guard in there and clean it up. And
I've got to say,
just another one.
One of my favorite vacations that Carol and I have taken repeatedly, I'm talking 4, maybe 5 times, is we'll fly to San Francisco, rent a car, go over the Golden Gate Bridge, go to Sausalito, and just have a wonderful day, enjoy seafood, go down.
French? No, not French Quarter. What's it called?
Yeah.
Fisherman's Wharf.
Fisherman's Wharf,
right.
yeah. We just would have a ball doing all of
right.
that.
Yeah, you can't do it now.
I told you, I think
way.
I've flown on my last
plane.
plane.
Anywhere you walk is tents and homeless.
Yeah.
Anywhere you walk.
And the fact is, I'll go back, like we said at the beginning of the show, we wouldn't have known that any of that was in D.C. had Trump and some of the conservative people not shown it. And I'm not so for sure that the actual media showed it. It was YouTubers and TikTokers that went out and filmed it all.
That's it.
Thank God we have some of that because honestly, the media is so...
No, they're blinded to it.
Oh, so horrible.
Just...
All right. And here's something I wanted to bring up in this show is that AstroTurf... It's a company that provides paid protesters, okay?
Yeah.
We see all of these protesters, and do you notice that all of them are about our age, and the majority of them are white?
Yeah.
They're getting paid.
Sure they are.
Grandmas and papas that didn't probably save enough decided to retire. They're trying to live on Social Security, and they're scared to death that that's going to get taken away.
Right. Uh-huh.
They're supplementing their pay by being protesters. We always talk about these protesters. They all have the same professionally printed signs.
Right.
That's because these kind of companies are doing this. Get this, folks. This company that provides paid protesters is reporting a 400% increase as Trump cracks down on D.C. crime. They're reporting a 400% increase in companies or people that are wanting to buy or rent their protesters.
Sure.
Can you believe that? I mean, the liberal media has been so happy to report and make it look like that these protests are completely organic.
No.
But it's not. These people are paid. It's a crowd rental company that has seen a massive uptick, and particularly in their Washington, D.C. Here's a quote from from the company's CEO. It says, right now, D.C. inquiries are up 400% compared to the same period in 2024. Crowds on Demand, another company that does this, told Fox News Digital, adding up the time he's referencing from May to June in 2024. A large share are focused on opposing Trump policies. Folks, these are people like George Soros is paying for.
Sure.
All these liberal communists that hates America, they're paying these people to come out and protest against whatever Donald Trump is doing.
Right. That's right.
If Donald Trump is trying to do it, the Democrats hate it, and their supporters, these multi-million and billionaires, they're doing it. So left-wing protesters, they're just doing all of this professional stuff, and they're renting all these people. Mm-hmm. That's why I try to tell people, if you are watching the media and buying into these lies,
that's it.
You're buying into some real garbage. You have to recognize if you're seeing it on the local or on the national news, chances are, if you're looking at ABC, NBC, CNN, oh my God, CNN, I mean, they make me want to blow chunks.
Yeah.
I mean, they're horrible. if you're seeing it on there and it's all against Donald Trump and all of these protesters, you need to get in your head, these people are being paid. And don't think for a minute that these companies that are renting them out and the people who's paying for it doesn't have inroads into CNN saying, hey, at 3 o'clock, we're doing this big protest and all of these people's going to show up. That's when they roll the camera crews, folks. Mm-hmm. That's not an organic crowd. Those aren't people. Half of them don't even know why they're there. Mm-mm. They're just collecting a paycheck.
I'm here to get a paycheck and hold a sign.
Folks, I recorded this show and honestly just forgot to edit it and put it out on the air. And so it's too good of a show just to trash. So I thought we would bring an update to it. You know, we've been standing in the studio talking about the fact that the leftists are just storming the streets of Washington, D.C., and I just woke up again today, and on X there was several things that was posted out there about people came from Vermont and other blue states just to protest against this against the crime cleanup that Trump is doing here in D.C. But I wanted to bring you some really stunning new data that was just released. Now this is data that was gathered just 7 days after Trump brought in the National Guard into the D.C. Here is what people, these crazy leftists and these hired people that are out there protesting against Trump, cleaning up D.C. Here's what they're actually protesting. Robbery is down 46%. Now again, this is only 7 days that he's cleaned this up. Robbery's down 46%. Property crimes are down 6%. Overall crimes are down 8%. Now this stunning new data is being released. Carjackings have plummeted by 83%. Violent crime by 22%. Car theft is down 21%. And again, one more time, let me remind you, this is just 7 days into this program. The Democrats said this was impossible. D.C. had no crime issues. They were totally and completely wrong, and they were totally and completely lying to you. So folks, I just wanted to jump in and just do an update for you. Trump is working hard to do what he was elected to do. In fact, he's doing far more than he was elected to do. Your streets are crime-ridden because of all the crazy politicians that do not want to show how wrong they really are. Pay attention to what you're watching. Pay attention to the real truth.